Alright everyone, recently we got a huge update that goes over a bunch of new changes coming to Overwatch 2 in a developer blog. But this time around, instead of going over everything they have to say, I really want to focus on rewards and progression along with the new competitive system they're putting in place for Season 2. So I won't waste your guys' time, let's jump in and see what they have to say about rewards and progression first. With the move to a free play model, Overwatch 2 has been able to welcome a large number of new players across the globe. That's super exciting. More people in-game means more folks in every playlist, more potential new friends to meet, and more teammates to play with in inexplicably sweaty unranked games. We know this change has been a big shift, though bringing with it a new business model and new systems for unlocking heroes and getting new skins. I could say a lot here, but I think a good place to start is saying that we aren't completely satisfied with how everything feels right now. There's a lot we like about it. Knocking out a bunch of daily/weekly challenges or getting something new for a hero you love can feel great, but we also recognize that today's experience has opportunity for improvement that we need to focus on. We want you to feel more rewarded just for sitting down and playing. We want you to have a new accomplishment to chase outside of your competitive rank and battle pass level. When you finish a session, we want you to feel good about the time you just spent in game, even if you ended up on an epic losing streak at 2 AM after saying that you wouldn't end on a loss. We'll have a lot to say about these things in the coming months, but I'll start with a couple of quick updates. Short term, in Season 2, we've changed up our rewards a bit so that each event has a skin you can earn by playing, in addition to the other cosmetic rewards we already offer. We're also going to continue our Twitch Drops programs so that you can earn skins and in-game goodies by supporting your favorite creators. While we're working on the long-term plans, we want upcoming seasons to feel more rewarding than Season 1. Long term, for Season 3 and beyond, we're looking at a mix of Battle Pass changes, more interesting challenges to pursue, and more excitingly play-focused progression systems for all of you to dig into. We'll be able to talk about some of these changes soon, but other changes may take more time to lock in. Okay, so there's a lot to take in here, but the big thing is that every single season in the future should progressively get better at this point, at least if they follow to everything they're saying right now. There's a couple things that I really want to focus on here. So they say here, even if you ended up on an epic losing streak at 2 AM, they still want the game to feel good for you. They want you to feel like you have progressed in something, right? Not just your competitive rank or your battle pass rank. So if you lost 5 games in a row, you need to be rewarded for at least playing those 5 games because you have put your time into the game. Because in return, without this, you play 5 games, you lose 5 games, and you end up getting upset and Overwatch doesn't feel fun for you. But if they can mitigate that by making you feel rewarded and being rewarded from playing a match, even if you lose a match, it will make the game feel so much better. So I'm just really happy to hear that they are listening to us and they are going to be changing things. Now, will it be on the level that we want? I'm not entirely sure. You know, it's going to progressively get better is what they're saying, so Season 2 will be a little bit better, and then we're going to see even more updates to progression in Season 3. So like I said in my past video, we're just going to have to wait a little while longer. I know it's not what we want, but if we're going to get anywhere to the point where it is finally what we want and everything is implemented in Overwatch 2 that needs to be, we're just going to have to give it time. But now, let's move on and see what they have to say about competitive as a whole. They state here, we recognize there are some aspects of the experience that we need to improve. The team is full of folks who live and breathe comp, so making this mode feel dynamic and fair is a high priority. We've been making some adjustments to the matchmaking system, and we've implemented some changes that should help the system more accurately determine a player's skill tier and division. While this change is already in-game, you can expect the effects to be even more noticeable at the start of Season 2. The competitive system is more than just matchmaking though, and we've heard your feedback about unexpected rank changes, rate of feedback, and more. This is a topic that I can't do justice with just a paragraph or two, so you can expect a deeper dive in our plans soon. Okay, so he went over quite a bit here, but he didn't go over anything specific about how they're going to fix things in seasons to come like they did with the progression side of things. And something they said here really kind of threw me for a loop. They say while the change for competitive is already implemented into the game, you can expect the effects to be even more noticeable at the start of Season 2. But if all of these adjustments are already implemented right now, then why would they be more noticeable at the start of Season 2? Something just doesn't seem right to me. I believe they're still working on things and going to be implementing more before Season 2 begins. Okay, so this is probably the best news that we've gotten in a really long time. This will hands down pretty much save the game if they can do it properly. In this blog post, they also go over hero balancing. but I don't feel like that is on equal terms with competitive and progression, because both of those two things are supposed to be implemented into the game and pretty much ready to go. Hero balances change all the time, and yes, hero balances sync up with competitive, but they are two distinctly very different things. Hero balances get changes consistently. Competitive is supposed to be a system that is in place already, and that's just the way it stays. Obviously, it doesn't stay like that forever, but when you're working on a game for this long, we expect a better system already put in place. And the competitive system so far has been absolutely horrendous. But if it does get better in later seasons, by the time we hit season 3, we could have a much better competitive experience, a better progression system, and we're going to be getting PvE. And yes, it really sucks that us as the consumer is having to deal with all of these issues, but I do think if we are patient, this will be a thing of the past at some point in time. I do think that there will come a point in the future where we all sit down, we load up Overwatch, and the game that we're playing is completely fixed and ready to go, and it's just a lot of fun to play. That's what I'm really hoping for, and I know it's gonna happen. We just have to be a little more patient. And that might seem really unfair, and it probably is, but I want to point your direction to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I have been playing those games like non-stop the past couple days, and I'll tell you that if you want to talk about a company that makes so much money that doesn't put their money where their mouth is, it is Game Freak. Game Freak made a horrific Pokemon game this time around. It has some extremely bad issues. And then I look at Overwatch and I reflect upon it, and I see all the developers talking to us online and giving us updates and trying to figure things out with us. Even though it's taking them time and there's a lot of issues, I'm gonna say that Blizzard is doing the right thing right now, and I'm really looking forward to the future of Overwatch 2, and all of you should be as well. But alright everyone, that about wraps it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. And if you're looking for new people to play with, you should join our Discord, the link's in the description. Thank you guys so much, I'll catch you on the next one, Flash out.